years ago, Batman called upon heroes from a parallel Earth with its own Batman and its own Superman to save our world. This was the first alternate universe we discovered, but now we know there are many, many others. Infinite Earths, forming a vast and endless multiverse. These infinite Earths bring infinite possibilities, infinite heroes, infinite villains, and infinite crises. To monitor such dangers, Brother Eye is equipped with the latest source energy scanners, enabling it to search the multiverse for threats to our world and others. Threats that require intervention. Succeed, and you will ensure peace and security throughout the multiverse. Failure is not an option.
What is up, my viewers and subscribers? Mike Wayne here with a slight change in plans. I was going to do the story of this, but decided everyone's already pretty much done it, so I wanted to go in a different direction. But before I start in on this video, I want to talk about my last video, the Thursday video, in that I talked about the tournament. I referred to Killshot 90 as the sort of, default champion. He chose to respond to that in his last video, one of his last videos, and he made some comments, and he made it sound like I was trying to take his win away, like I was trying to delegitimize him as the champion, which is not at all what I was trying to do. Of course he won it, or as he so aggressively put it, earned it. But yeah, he did earn it, and he did win the last tournament. But for one, this is a brand new tournament, and two, the belt we were competing for at the time is not the one we're competing for now. And I also wanted to, I also wanted to not confuse people, because a lot of people wouldn't even know about the last tournament, because no one was able to see it. I know about the last tournament, Killshot 90, Hair Metal Fan 08, they know about it, but no one else knows about it. And so they would be, if anyone actually does watch our tournament, they would be confused as to why Killshot 90 is already champion. Plus, think of it this way. Okay, so Charlotte Flair was the Divas champion, and then she became women's champion. So technically, she was a default champion, just like in UFC. Sometimes they have an interim champion, then they become champion, but as an interim champion, you are a default champion. That's all I was trying to say. And he says he updated the belt. Replacing is not the same as updating. It's just different. Replacing is different from updating. You customize something to update it. You don't just replace it. Now, in the last Injustice tournament, we did, he won it, and we competed for a rinky-dink belt, a rinky-dink toy belt. And, he won that belt, and now we're competing for an entirely different belt. So, I mean, I didn't really mean anything by it. I wasn't trying to take his win away. Of course he won. All I was trying to say is that it's a brand new belt, brand new tournament, not even the same game. Well, it's a sequel to the last game, but it's not exactly the same game. But I mean, we're still friends, and I hope to still be friends with him for years to come. We're still friends. I would hope that it doesn't end over this. But even as friends, I don't like I don't like being accused of misinformation. I don't like it when people make it sound like I'm saying something that I'm clearly not. I always say everything that I have to. I always say everything that I need to. I always say everything that needs to be said. I don't say anything that I don't think of as true. I wasn't saying that he didn't win. I was saying that it's a completely different tournament, completely new belt, not the same exact belt. You don't compete for something different and call it the same thing. That's not an update, that's a replacement. But I mean, no hard feelings. Just wanted to clear that up. Whooping up on Poison Ivy right here. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. You know, get it out of the way. I really don't want to talk about this anymore. And so we're not going to talk about this anymore, and there's not going to be another response. I just want to make that clear, because everything that has needed to be said has been said. I just wanted to tell my side of it, because there was a lot of things said that just, I did not say anything like that at all. I was not saying that he didn't win. I was saying, all I said was that he was a default champion, which is technically true if you are a viewer. If you watch this, you would probably consider him as a default champion. But, I mean, I don't mean anything by it. He did win. But this is a new tournament. I'm just saying, new tournament, new belt.
Wanna hear a joke?
Kind of does make it seem like that. He did win the last tournament, though.
Superman. Begin.
And just to make this clear, there isn't gonna be a whooping, okay? I've been practicing. I've been getting good with combos and everything. I'm not particularly good with a lot of people. Haven't really figured out how to do things with Robin. But I'm pretty good with the Flash and Superman. Pretty good with some people. Good with Harley Quinn. Even though I'm not playing as her right now. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, whatever, like, I don't want to talk, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, and I don't think it should have been made into as big of a deal as it was, because it really isn't. He is still a champion. Whether people say it's by default or not, he's still a champion. And he did win the last tournament. So it shouldn't have been made into that big of a deal to begin with. I wasn't insulting him. I've always respected him as a gamer. So that's that. Yeah, that dodge into an uppercut.
Superman wins.
But yeah, I mean, it's not big. It's not that big of a deal. And he says that he didn't take it personally, but you know, he didn't have to make a video about it either. But that's all the time I have for this video. I am Mike Wayne, and I will catch you on the Saturday video with more Multiverse action.